Remuneration auction is set to off.
Welcome everyone to Lane Stadium, birthplace of Beamer Ball, where they will touch the Hokie Stone and come alive for Virginia Tech. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hokies will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be dragged down. So Miami's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, you'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Touch pass on the run. Crosses the 35. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Dropping back, it's Ward. Fires to the right. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll run the option. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Heath. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Hokies offense will have its first possession of the game. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
And I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league, so a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
A strike downfield, and he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Snags it over the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football. And this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Miami! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Keith. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
He's running free down the middle. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hokies!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Now on second down. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Goes to the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They believe they can run right here. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon.
And the ball is intercepted. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Offense set on first down. Using his legs, it's Tootin. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Canes. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Drones. They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fitzgerald. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The back goes in motion. Oh, he's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Ward. Hogs it downfield. On target to the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on 2nd down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They've They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll give it to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the back. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys won it at halftime, and you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. He wants to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You have to imagine the game plan in the 2nd half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. The give from the gun, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. With the catch, it's Jennings. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Hokies decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here. Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. The Hurricanes will keep this drive going.
Well, no mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
See if they 10 at the 50. Now they'll run it to the right here. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to run for it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Here comes the option. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Quick pass on the fly motion. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. With jet sweep pass. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And the extra point is good.
That makes the score Miami.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got it past the marker. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little.
He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UCF is in serious trouble right now, and by in trouble, I mean this could get uglier than a bad prom date. They're trailing by 18 to Colorado. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy front lines.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Crosses to 30. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Makes his connection. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They want to just keep throwing it. Coming after him. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll throw it on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. And he's just going to spike it.
It's now 3rd down.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 40. Oh, look out! Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here and late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
Brings up 3rd down.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
42 Spider.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. They're trying to get to him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. So after hitting bankrupt, spinning that wheel of fortune, now this offense can tack a little more onto the lead. They have it 1st and goal. The sure hands, it's Ward. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of